If you are starting a new coffee farm, then you're gonna make mistakes. So I'm gonna give you the 5 mistakes that you can avoid and how you can improve your farm without making these mistakes. So let's get started. Hey guys, my name is Rakshiti Badag and welcome to my channel. And in this channel, I'm gonna be talking about coffee farming and the product review. I'm gonna be doing a lot of product reviews regarding coffee farming as well. So 5 mistakes that you should avoid if you are thinking of making a new farm. Number one is spacing between the plants. So in my old coffee farm, which is I have done Robusta, the spacing is little bit less. So my coffee farm spacing in that plot is around 8 feet by 8 feet, which is very congested for each of the coffee plants. So if you are considering doing Robusta, then you should do at least 10 by 10 feet by 10 feet. That is the minimum range of spacing for a Robusta plant. If you are considering doing Arabica, then do 6 by 6 or 4 by 6. That can work for Arabica. But if you are doing Robusta, then you should, the more space you give to the coffee plants, the more faster they grow and the more yield they will give. That I have experienced that if what farmers think is that if you give less space between the plants, then we're gonna get more plants, which is bullshit way to think, and which I have made mistake of that. So I have learned from my mistake. So in this plot, I have given the spacing of 10 by 10, and which is really necessary. And one of the things, this is the number one mistake that every farmer do. They're gonna think they're gonna get more plants in a small acre. Like if you are a acre, if you plant 8 by 8, then you're gonna get around 600 plants per acre. But if you plant 10 by 10, then you're gonna get 400. So there will be 200 less plants per acre. That's the mentality of the farmers. So it's changing really fast, and I have planted 10 by 10 right now because less you have, more you will get. Some proverb I have heard somewhere, that is less you have, more you'll get. So less is more, right? Yeah, less is more. So I have 400 plants, which I'm cool with. Number one mistake is spacing. Be aware of spacing. Do a lot of research regarding how much space you need and that stuff. And second one is irrigation facility. Water is very important to make your coffee farm grow faster. So second mistake is irrigation. If you don't have a lot of water, then don't consider doing coffee farming. Do other grow other things like vegetables and fruit plants. Like that, they're gonna get you're gonna make money in that as well. But if you have like coffee plants require huge amount of water, like 60,000 70,000 liters per 2 acres or 3 acres, something like that. So for flowering, we are gonna irrigate around 3 to 4 months, maximum 3 to 4 months in a year. So I can afford irrigating 3 to 5 acres of plant with my borewell. So if you don't have a proper irrigation facility, make sure you make a good irrigation facility before starting your farm. If you don't have a proper irrigation facility, like a pond or like a well or like a borewell, something, if you need to have an abundant amount of water in order to maintain your coffee farm. So make sure you make your irrigation facility first, then think about doing your coffee farming, rather than I have seen people make this kind of mistakes. They're gonna make the planting, and then they're gonna think, oh, we don't have enough water to maintain, so they're gonna lose money. The plants will not grow. They will grow, they're not going to die or something like other vegetables and stuff. The coffee plants will grow, but it will take a huge long amount of time in order for the coffee plants to grow and give yield. So if you are starting a new farm, then consider irrigation, making irrigation facility first, then start your coffee farm then. So that's the second mistake that every coffee farmer makes. And the third mistake is choosing the proper variety of coffee plants. So there are two varieties, major two varieties. The one is Robusta and Arabica. There are a lot of sub varieties in Robusta and Arabica as well. If you are gonna plant Arabica type of coffee plants, then consider doing Chandragiri, which is high resistance, high yielding variety, and it has a lot of disease resistance and pest resistance as well. None of them like they're not gonna get disease or something like that. They're gonna get disease, but they are more susceptible and they are more disease resistance. They have more resistance power. So if you are doing Arabica, then do Chandragiri. If you are gonna be doing Robusta, then do CN2R. That is the best variety that that we have in India. So consider spacing. And I have also made mistake regarding the variety of coffee plants that I'm gonna plant, because if you are doing Robusta, then it's like they're gonna be like various variety. If you take a seed from single plant and make the same amount of nursery in that single plant, from that single plant, then you're gonna get variation as well. So if you are doing Arabica, you're not gonna get the variation in Arabica, because if you take seeds from Arabica and plant it, you're gonna get the same plant as the mother plant. But in Robusta it doesn't happen, because it is cross-pollinated. Robusta is cross-pollinated. You will always get variations in Robusta. So if you are gonna do Robusta plants and go to a farm nearby you, or if you have a coffee farm, then go to that plant that you want to replicate that plant in your entire farm. Then go to that plant and make nursery from that plant, right? This is the third mistake, that is choosing the variety. Make sure you do a lot of research before you bring the plants for doing your farm. The fourth mistake that every coffee farmer make is making irrigation facility. Irrigation is different, like you need water at no matter what, you need water. But making irrigation facility before you start your farming is very important. There are around 3 to 4 varieties of irrigation facility. One is regular 250 jets that you can use, and another one is QRC, third one is micro, and the fourth one is drip. And I have seen fantastic results with drip irrigation. I haven't done drip irrigation yet, but my friend has done drip irrigation, and the result that I have seen, yesterday I went to his farm and see, like, wow, what the heck is this? Like, they have grown so fast, and there is uniformity. In my farm, I haven't done drip irrigation. There is no uniformity. See, these plants are a little bit small, these plants are a little bit big. So there is a lot of variation has occurred in this farm because there is no drip. And in this farm, like, everything looks so uniform. You know, it's like very uniform. So they have grown very fast. These are 2-year plants. His plants are around 14 to 15 months old, and they have grown even more bigger than this. So if you are gonna do coffee farming and you can afford, drip irrigation gonna cost a lot of money. But if you are gonna go do drip irrigation, then I'm gonna be hands up, you can do drip irrigation. But the major problem with drip irrigation is you have to maintain those drips. Like, you have to regularly check those drippers, whether they are working or not. Have the blocked or the rats have eaten it, or the ants have eaten it. So it's little bit more hectic than other modes of irrigation. Like QRC is one of the best, not the best, but it's one of the best because it's completely automated. You don't have to carry jets and pipes to all the places that you want to irrigate. It's completely automated. So if you are gonna do irrigation, you do either QRC or drip. And other than that, the regular jets will cost less money when compared to drip irrigation and QRC, but it's more hectic when compared to QRC and drip irrigation. So that's the fourth mistake. Choose the proper mode for your irrigation facility. So the fifth one is trees, shade regulation. This is a proper shade regulated new block. Because the trees are around 16 feet. The spacing between each tree is 16 feet. Whereas in my old coffee farm, which is over there, it's around 8 feet by 8 feet. And if you are gonna do proper shade regulation, then it also depends on the variety of coffee plants you choose to grow. Like if you are gonna grow Robusta, then you don't need much of shade. If you are gonna grow Arabica, then consider a little bit huge amount of trees that you can plant. One of the advantages with Arabica coffee plants or coffee farming in general with Arabica is you can plant more trees, because they're not gonna be complaining about we don't get enough sunlight or like that. One of the advantages is you can plant more trees. More trees means more black pepper you can plant. But when compared to when you compare that with Robusta, Robusta doesn't need that much of plants or shade. So consider spacing your coffee farm as well as the trees that you're gonna plant in in your estate. So spacing is very important when it comes to coffee plants as well as trees also. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and thumbs up button. So see you in the next one.